Morning, good morning. Another day, folks. Talking to the room. Hey, Sylvia. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Gotta get the cap. Can you put that on a?
I gotta order a. I went and looked. I didn't see one. I need one like that, like this, because it's too crowd. Like it's too crowded over there. I need to be able to manipulate things. Those are not expensive. What? No, like this one.
Exactly, something small. Right, right.
Yeah. Yes, it will be recorded. It's live streamed on YouTube. Yeah. Yes, he has, Murray. Actually, really has. It's mellowed out quite a bit. The dog. She's wobbling around. Nice, Karen. My wife starting to waddle. What? Oh, Paco.
All right. Wobbling around?
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. We got only 157 people, Matt. What's going on?
I think that's YouTube, by the way. I
You think what?
think that's YouTube that's playing.
Oh, let me turn it down. Yeah, let me turn the volume down there. Perfect. All right. Did you ask Deanna to send email alert, whatnot? Is there a class right now or something? No. What's going on? No, that came in. Let me send this here. Would you ask her to send it, please?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. Go. Still got people coming in. I'll give the room another minute to fill up. Meanwhile, let me say hello to everybody. We've got Brendan, Daniel, Patrick, Frank, Scampy, Darren. Guess maybe I'm early today. Let's say hello to everybody on just now got the alert. Did you ask her, Matt?
Did.
All right. It'll fill up in a minute. Murray, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while, and I haven't been getting any jokes from you. What's going on? You missing, skipping out on me? Richard, how are you doing today? Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a Nice day. Bob, how are you? Kathy, how are you? Robert, how are you? Kevin, how are you? Ken, good to see you too. Ryan, Rochelle, Carlos, John. Oh, Jeffrey has a class. Okay, that makes sense. I like Jeffrey. Josie, Kevin, Ivan. Mark, Mike Clyde, Phil, Tara, Doris. Doris, how are you? Brian Johnson, how are you? Hopefully not the Brian Johnson from AC/DC. We already have Angus Young here, aka Cam White. Oh, Murray, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me know if you need anything, Murray. I'll send Clyde. Clyde is actually, he's getting an EKG right now. Yeah. His heart, he's been having heart murmur. Hey, Rochelle, Ivano, Leslie, Carlos, Brendan, Murray. I think I have a perfect job for your son. Yeah, right. Me too. Yeah, get rest and feel better. Definitely. Badri, Mark, Murmis, how are you? David, Davis, Richard. Yeah, so I'll talk about the internet in a second. Let me just say hello to everybody here. Sam, Cyrus, Scotty. We got RV Hannings here. Alex has a class. Everybody has a class. Friend told me that because of my knees, why do they call us Corona? Because we groan when we can.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Personal physician, exactly. All right. Good to see everybody here. The class is starting to fill up. We're starting to get some folks in here. Now, yesterday, as I mentioned on the morning show, very, very briefly, I'll just go through this again. AT&T had a power outage or some outage here. It wasn't just the internet here. It was also my phone. I couldn't dial out till I was about a mile away from the office. By the time they came back here this morning to see the problem at around 7:30, it was already, everything was working. So also, I didn't even tell you this, but Megan, who's here right now, she said that she lives in Nocatine. She said her house too, and it was AT&T, and they couldn't dial out. So it was beyond the internet. It was something to do. It was something to do with AT&T. Something to do with AT&T in this area. So fortunately, it's good. It's the first time it's ever happened. She said it's happened once before in 3 months. So I guess if it happens a couple of times a year, what are you going to do? You know? Gaston, how are you? Richard, Elizabeth, Carlos, Jim. Alerts need to lose once we can relax. There we go. Yeah, so that's the problem. We're back online. I apologize. I couldn't do anything. Matt couldn't do anything. We couldn't tether. We couldn't do anything. So
my phone wasn't working either.
Your phone wasn't working, or I know my phone wasn't working, but your phone was working, no?
I could call and text, but I couldn't really get internet.
You're welcome, Gus. Oh, Powell may introduce his AI indicator today based on a physics without math formula that determines the expected move. Yeah, Jim, you're probably more right than you even know. Don't get me started with that Powell and his expected moves.
I think he went on like an ayahuasca retreat or something.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to actually revisit expected moves. There is a way to calculate expected moves that actually works quite well, and that's implied volatility on options that are expiring near term. And it works so well that we even use it when I give you guys those earnings numbers, on earnings, the percentage. Well, that's based on an expected move, but that expected move is based on what people are paying money, not what they're just drawing lines on. I always find that when people put money on the line, the move tends to be a lot more expected versus when people are just drawing lines. Get what I'm saying? Drawing lines versus putting money on the line. It's just how we've been able to predict every presidential election very simply a month before the election, because people say all sorts of stuff, but not when it comes to money. Not when it comes to money. So the money will tell you, the implied volatility on the closest expiration options will give you the best expected move you can possibly have. Okay? Because that's what all the professional traders who have, I'm well, Art, thank you for asking, who have millions and billions at stake are actually pricing in. So your expected move is actually based on something tangible, not just based on oh, this line I'm going to draw from here to here, and then I'm going to draw from here to that means absolutely nothing. That means about as much as drawing a trend line on a chart. And you guys know by now that really doesn't mean anything. You have to have a lot of other stuff going on. Otherwise, you have nothing going on. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. I already have TC2000 pulled up. Matt, please post a link. I am doing my last. I'm going to give you guys a few new stocks that I did not give you last time I did it, which was on Monday.
Fresh from this morning.
Fresh from this morning. Fresh from the. I did. Matt, can you show everybody my camera, please, so they know that it's in the house?
Yeah.
Show them the condition that it's in right now. There's my camera right there. That's my camera right there. You just saw it. Now, how is it going to help me being in the box? It's not, Matt. Get it?
Yep.
All right. I get expected moves at the end of the trading day on TOS for the next day and for the week. All right. Well, I hope they help you.
By the way, too, I was thinking, well, we had to order them out. That's why it's delayed. But I don't know how well this camera is going to perform if we try to put it through that teleprompter.
Say that again.
We try to put it through the teleprompter. I don't think the digital camera is going to work very well through glass. It's going to have a focus issue.
Yeah, I don't want any of that. I just
it's
want it
have
on
to be out on the side.
Yeah, I never wanted it in there. That was never the no. So we're on the same page. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want it there. Even if you could, I wouldn't want it in my. He's saying you should put it in your teleprompter. I don't want it in my teleprompter. We want this one in the teleprompter. Okay, and then if they like it, they can figure it out. You know, the video guys can figure that out. For us, we keep to the simple stuff. Okay, now Richard says, when you put the AVWAP on the latest high, does it stay with the ticker only on TC2000? When I do it on, I think so. What was the ticker we did it on? Let's try it. What was the ticker we did it on? TTD, right? TTD. Let's see. Yep, it stays on it all right. Yep. I didn't save it. So yeah, the answer is yes. Bob said I hit all 3 picks last, like 3 different times for 30% each. Well, there you have it, Bob. Yeah, seasonality is a very powerful tool when you use it in conjunction with other things. Remember the example I always give you? Salt and Bloody Mary. How bad a Bloody Mary will taste without all the accoutrements. I keep telling you, Richard, Thinkorswim is not as nice as TC2000. TC2000 is the way to go. Yeah. It's easy. It's simple. Just for people who run Thinkorswim does not have an Anchor VWAP tool. You have to go out and get a script. No, I think it has, Matt, it has an Anchor VWAP, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a preloaded script.
Yeah, it's already there. But anyway, it is what it is. There's stuff that Thinkorswim can do that TC2000 cannot do, and there's stuff that TC2000 can do that it's not easy for Thinkorswim to do. So there's no perfect system. You're not going to get a perfect. It just doesn't work that way. But yes, as you could see, it keeps it. Here, let me pull it up here. See right there. I never saved it or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, think about something, guys. The job of TC2000 is to give you all these goodies. The job of Thinkorswim is to execute trades. And this is all and remember, it's just a different story. And also, to be fair, Thinkorswim deals with options, futures, currencies. This is just stocks. Yeah, it does have Anchor VWAP. Yeah, it does. So yes, but it saves it automatically. If I put a VWAP, it'll save it. I think something else does that too. But yeah, it does do that. So we have FOMC today. We all know we have FOMC today. And by the way, TradingView does alerts really easy, and it does VWAPs really easy, but it has a crappy scanner. So, but it does do futures. If you do futures, you could do futures with TradingView right off the thing. Folks, it's like living. It's like moving somewhere. It's like moving somewhere. You're. It's never going to be perfect. It's never ever going to be perfect. There's always going to be ups and downs. Like I love everything about living here. The food mediocre. Okay sometimes. You're not going to get LA sushi or Mexican food here. I've accepted it. But there's no traffic for me. You're not going to get everything. You're never going to get everything. Okay? That's just how life works. Exactly. Exactly. So you're not going to get everything. And if anyone tells you, "Yes, come here." One thing about me, I'm going to tell you how things are. All right? So that's that. Yeah. Like El Compadre, right across the street from Guitar Center. I took my wife there on our first date. I mean, you put that place here. Oh my God. You smell the margaritas and they're too strong over there. Yeah, no Pink's hot dogs. Anyway, I can go on and on and on and on and on. But I live in paradise. So again, it's up and down. There's no it still is. It's on Sunset and Gardner on the corner. Art, Sunset and Gardner. Across the street from Guitar Center. It's still there. All right. It's only been there for like 30 years. Oh, yeah. El Compadre. Trust me. El Compadre. Okay, so let's look at the indexes. Russell up 0.24. Mags coming back hot again, 0.41. RSP up only 0.7. What a surprise. What a surprise, right? So still not getting any love, still seeing the large caps, the mags drive everything higher. The more that happens, the more vulnerable the market will become. The more vulnerable the market will become, the more dangerous and the less momentum it will generate. Okay. There's hardly any stocks. These are the only stocks right now, volume buzzing right here. Usually the list is 2, 3, 4 times this size. I have to scroll down sometimes. This is it today. I hardly have anything. This is the long side. Short side, we've got plenty. So there's still a lot more firepower to the downside. Be careful. We're not going to get anything final till FOMC. Nobody's going to care what he does at 2 p.m. We all know what he's going to do at 2 p.m. He's going to lower rates 1/4 of a basis point. But what we don't know is what he's going to say. He loves to talk, and he loves to talk nonsense. Matt and I will be listening. We'll be watching. Matt, you got the popcorn ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got the popcorn ready. And we'll see what he's going to do. Now, I said to you what I would do if I was him. He doesn't listen to anything I say, but if he did, Powell, walk back what you said, be a man, and renege and start raising rates again. And start raising rates and pretend that the mistake that you made 2 months ago didn't happen. And say that inflation is bad, you've learned your lesson, and you're not going to play with other people's money. Is he going to do that? No, he's not going to do that at all. He's not going to do that. He's going to say, we're going to continue thinking that inflation is going to get better, and it's getting better. And don't pay attention to CPI and PPI. But if terror, he's going to throw Trump under the bus. You'll see. You'll see. He'll throw Trump under the bus. He'll say something if unexpected financial pressures put heavier weight on the economy. We may have to readjust our timeline. I don't know. Instead of just speaking English. Art, he can't get fired. He can't get fired. Do you understand that? Oh, Ryan, if you one of these days, I'll do an impersonation of these guys. Oh, I can get pretty good at saying nonsense. Literally saying nonsense for like an hour. Anchored to previous high from ticker to Mr. I don't know if he would. I don't even know. Brian, are you here? Yeah. He will not make it easy for new administrator. All right. So we're going to be watching TLT. If TLT breaks down here, we're SOL. We're at a major support. We're at a major support here. The buck stops here. I have absolutely no idea what he's going to do. I have no idea what he's going to say. If I know anything, he's going to no, I can't do Elon. Elon, I don't know how he speaks, but I know exactly how Powell speaks. I've been there and done that many, many times in many, many years. Elon really doesn't do that.
We have that, by the way.
We have what?
The script he was asking about.
What script are you talking about?
Anchoring to the previous high. I have that.
Yeah, we have that. We have that script.
Send me an email, Richard.
Yeah, send him an email. He'll give it to you. Yes, from both ends. All right, enough about Powell. And also, we don't just have a trend line here. We also have a descending triangle. A pretty steep one, too. Yeah, I wish Kalamiris or Hassett were running the Fed. Look at this market breaking up. It's all FANG stocks. No, actually, it's not all FANG stocks. What's driving this thing? Hold on, let's take a quick look here. RSP's not doing bad. Something's driving this market right now. Is it QQQ? No, not QQQ, not MAGs. Interesting. 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 Very interesting. All right. All right. So we're going to be watching the market very, very closely. We're going to be paying attention to what he says. We're going to be watching the popcorn, and I'll keep you guys updated every step of the way. I'm not going to make any prognosis, and what looks to me like the market wants to make another leg up here. Okay, we'll see if that happens or not. And if we break this right here, we're going to go to 600, and if we break 600 right here, we're in deep doo-doo, and we're going to kiss the 50-day moving average. But the silver lining is that RSP's already doing that. So if the SPY does that, it means the mags would have to give up the ghost. The question then becomes, is this going to come back above the 50-day moving average? Are we going to yo-yo and rebuild the balance? Overall, I would not be buying this right now at all. At all. Okay, so that leaves us very open and very vulnerable right now. If you're going to not listen to me and go long, if you're going to do what I said in the last couple of days and start lowering your exposure to the upside, that could be a different story. What I like about the Dow and IWM is it's keying off the 50-day moving average. Okay. All right. No, Bodine, the Dow and IWM look the same. IWM and RSP do not look the same. They actually look extremely different. You have 2 days below the 50-day moving average. And here you have 2 days above the 50-day moving average. The difference between that is extremely different. Just FYI. What I like about RSP right now is if it breaks above this level, it's going to rally right now. And we really need it to rally. We really need it. Look, it's just consolidating. It's between these two areas. Is it going to rally before the announcement? Not unless something is leaked, but there's really nothing to leak and nobody knows what he's going to say. I don't think he even knows what he's going to say. Again, as you could see, this is not a time to be a hero. And if you're thinking, Roger, should I short the bonds before it comes out? Roger, should I buy the market? That means you're a gambler. And that means you need to realize you're a gambler because people who are not gamblers don't think that way. It's okay if you're a gambler. There's no problem there. Just admit it, create a gambling account, and go heavy with it. But don't gambling apples and oranges. All right. Matt, can you post a link in both channels for the 1 o'clock class I have?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. And we have earnings on Micron. We have earnings on Micron after the close. Micron are very, very influential to semiconductors and technology. And while it's not a mag stock per se, it does have influence on mags. Okay. All right. I think I've given you enough information. Short side, TEM, volume supporting the down move. Since you guys have been following me, have you been paying more attention to volume, 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 volume? It doesn't take a genius to figure out that institutions are selling the hell out of the stock. Right? Roger, how do you know if institutions are selling this stock? Well, I mean, look at this. Who do you think is doing this? Good, good. We're going to go to puts. We're going to go 30 days out. We're going to go 73 delta. We're going to go 45 puts. Good, Phil. Good. You've always wanted volume, huh, Becca? Well, what can I tell you? Moving average 15-day would be our stop here. What fraction of volume is the retail people like us? Oh, I would say maybe 20%, 30%. Depends on the stock. Depends on the stock. For a stock like Apple, more like 5%. Generally speaking, about 10 to 20% max. No. Next one, GPCR. Oy, oy, oy. Look at volume. It's coming up. Even though it's been pretty slow lately, it's coming up. The trend is up. It's never going to be perfect. 75 delta, 32 put right here. KHC. We're going to skip this one. It's coming up right now, and it's very defensive. I would just skip this till it starts breaking down again. EWZ. Brazil. Oy, oy, oy. Look at volume. Look at volume. And volume hasn't been that high lately. Hey guys, nobody's getting that anchored VWAP that sticks to the higher low unless they're in quick strike. I'm just giving you guys heads up. So before you get too excited about Matt's email address, okay? Capiche, Matt?
Yeah.
Stop loss 25.38. 30 January 17th, 30 put. 66 or 81 delta. Somewhere right in this ballpark of 24.25. Yeah, it does, Dom. Right out of the box. Actually thinking of shorting this one today. Volume is coming up nicely. Breaking down. But obviously it's too spready. 30 days to go. Oh, no, it's not. Scratch that. TXT January 17th expiration, 71 delta, 80 put. Coming up right here. Newmont. What a beauty. Look at that. Volume is coming up. US dollars going up. It's a match made in heaven, right? Interest rates going up. You're welcome, Dom. Right here. About 41.95 as a stop. 30 days out. 93 delta. 42.50 put. Yeah, 353, not bad. Got a good amount of people here. AWK. What a beauty. Volume is picking up. Not a lot, but it's picking up. Stock is not picking up. I've put a stop maybe at about 132. Go to 30 days out, 75 delta, 130 put. Christopher, if I just said GLD stock, a gold stock is going down and US dollar is going up, that obviously means I don't think gold will rally. No. What it means is I think gold is going to continue going down. And if you're asking me this question, you probably don't come to my morning room when I spend about 40 minutes talking about exactly what you just asked me every single day. When was the last time you were in my morning show, Christopher? Let me know. There's a link in the members area, a live. There's a tab, and you can just go to YouTube and you can watch them. You can watch them, and you can learn all that stuff. The relationship between bonds, gold, all that. I talk about it. You hear me every day. Oh, well, then you should know this. All right, AWK. I was curious if we have liquidity here, but yeah, it doesn't. It's funny. Options are a little more liquid than they were a week ago. 75 delta. Yeah, look at that, Matt. Look at this spread. Pretty good, huh? Look, no volume, 10-cent spread. Market makers playing ball. 75 delta, 130 put. And by the way, somebody asked me about intrinsic value. So here, you can buy the 125 and you'll pay $2 and you'll have just air. You're buying air. Or you can buy the 130 and you can pay $4.60, but you got $3.26 of intrinsic value. So here you're paying $2 and here you're actually paying $1.30 and your delta is twice as good. So you're paying actually almost twice as less here, and your delta is twice as good. That's for anybody who's asking why I go in the money and what intrinsic value is all about. Somebody asked me that, so I'm explaining it to you. No, you can watch it again, Brian, and you can just watch it again. I explained intrinsic value versus just regular value out of the money value. All right, no problem, Richard. So it looks cheaper, but you're buying a delta of 35 versus 75. So the move has to be now twice as big to justify the cost. And you have zero intrinsic value, where here you have $3.28 out of your 460. That's like buying rent to own versus just buying. Okay. Let me take a look at something. Coming back. The discount chains are coming back. All right, let's continue. Upside. Visa. You're welcome, Ryan. Don't be buying those cheap options. $30 days out, January 17th, 72 delta. Look, you're paying $11, but half of that is intrinsic versus paying $7 and only having 86 cents intrinsic, and your delta is 0.54 versus 72. Yeah, good, Becca, good. Put my stop under the compression. Yesterday would have been a perfect day to get into the stock right here, right there. I did not see that one though, so it's not like I had any knowledge. I'm just, in hindsight, I'm saying, but I like it a lot. Looks really good. No, I'm on calls. I'm not on puts. What is it with people today? Calls right here. Calls. 30 days out, January 17th, 72 delta, 315. No, I'm on calls. All right. TKO. Put my 137.63. I would go about 30 days out, January 17th, 72 delta, 140 call right there. It's not easy for stocks that are not mega cap stocks right now to rally right now. So any stocks that are not mega caps that are rallying, that's a pretty good sign. You can be pretty sure institutions are. Remember, we only want stocks institutions want. Eat. I was trying to get Matt into this one earlier today. I still may have a chance. You never know. I'll put my stop probably about 122. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Lance. I mean, Lance and I don't. We're like apples and oranges. We just don't do anything same. 69 delta, 125 call. Lance and I are a great example of how two people trade, how everybody has their own trading style. I think that's like the perfect example, a perfect way to put it. Walmart, I really love Walmart. Love, Matt. Did I tell you how much I love Walmart?
You have.
Yeah. Volume is steady. It's at the right at the VWAP right now, actually, now that I think about it. Candlesticks haven't turned yet, but it's looking pretty good. You're welcome, Steven. I hope Matt grabs that. And hopefully most of you guys got out of Tesla from the pit with a good juicy profit. I didn't get testimonials yesterday because, well, our internet went off. So, hey, Matt, post the link for the class again, please. 30 days out, Walmart, January 17. I would probably go about 79 delta, 92.50, right around there. See, I have an excuse for yesterday. My power went out. Get out of jail free card, right? Net. I would wait for this to go above the VWAP. I wouldn't be doing anything right now. Matter of fact, that an alert. I liked this one this morning, I have to tell you. Yeah, 1 day is fine. Volume is moving up. Thanks, Matt. Remember, folks, I'm going to give you 3 stocks that I did not give you 2 days ago. And I think the special is running out. And let me tell you, seasonality starts really hot and heavy in January. You should check this class out. It's going to happen in about 25 minutes. And if you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Let me see how many thumbs up we have right now. $31. Oh, that's not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. Cool, Becca. Cool. DBX. Hold on. I want to make sure it's still kosher. Yeah, DBX. I still like DBX. Thank you, Zoom user. Yesterday, lost power art in the middle of the class. I think in the beginning of the class, actually. It was very, very surprising. 28.82 is a stop loss. We will go to 30 days out, January 17th. 76 delta. Now I want to show you an example. Look, there's no volume here, and here there's 8 contracts, but the spreads are about the same. The market maker's working with us here. You could tell by looking at this that even though there's no open interest or volume or whatnot, the spreads are perfectly fine. You always look at the spreads. Don't between the bid and the offer. Stop looking at volume. Look at delta, the spreads, and the price. That's all you need to look at, just like what I'm doing right now. All right? Never let volume stop you from getting it into a trade. 77 delta, January 17th expiration, 29 call. Thanks, Richard. I'd prefer to be a little bit above these levels, and I would want to see this above the 15-day with a full hammer. I would give it a little more time. My 5 cents. It's not looking bad though, but I would give it a little more. I would give it a little more juice. I'd want this to be a flat bottom right here. When this turns flat bottom, and as long as it's above this blue line right here, flat bottom above the blue line. Capiche? Disney. Matt and I were talking about this earlier.
Yep.
Actually, let me do something right now. I think that's the high right here. You know, it would be helpful, Matt, if they had like the same thing like bar charts does, like draw a little arrow or like a little, like a half circle at like, so you know it's the top. The rat is back. So you see, I just drew this line here, right? At the top, because I wanted to see if this breakout is real or not. And look at where we're at. Now, it's not looking bad. It does look like a breakout, but I would much rather see not the wick here, but the meat of the move here. So if today we have a rally and this part of the bar ends up being up here, then that would be a legitimate breakout. Okay. Another good thing is look on the daily, we have a flat bottom. That's a HA reversal. And it's right above the 15-day. So we have a breakout here and we have a breakout here. I would like to see price go a little bit higher, like up to here, a little bit higher, like $1.50 higher. But we right now, if this was the closing, we would have a HA reversal. You guys understand that? Kathy, I don't want to give all the info for Tesla because I want to teach you guys. I don't want you to take the trade. I gave you just enough info for the Tesla so you can understand exactly what I'm looking at. Okay. Yay. Thank you, Daniel. FWONV. What a ticker symbol. Who gave this thing a ticker symbol, right? Who gave this the ticker symbol? They couldn't call it like LIB or something, right? Liberty or let me put the SPY back here. I don't like the way the RSP is looking at all right now. I'm just kind of going back between the SPY and the RSP. And the SPY looks like it wants to hit the VWAP look. Just like it did right here. But what happened after it hit the VWAP? It couldn't come to the top. It couldn't break to the highest high right here. That's a problem. So are we going to rally and make a lower top? That's something I would be looking at right now. Anyways, this is all things that will come with you need about 5,000 hours behind the screen, right? So every year you get about, let's say you do this 5 days a week. Let's say you do this 5 days a week. Let's see, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day, you get about 160 hours. You get 200 days, you get about 160 hours per 160 per year. I mean, excuse me, you get about 1,600 per year. So it should take you about 3 years. 3 years of watching the market every single day to be able to read, to spot all these little nuances like I and Matt do. It's not a lot of time. I mean, heck, most of you already have been doing it longer than that. All right. Spreads are crap here, so I'm not even going to talk about it. All right, Matt, why don't you take us through seasonality and post that link one more time? And I will see you guys. I will see you guys in about 19 minutes in the other room where I will give you 3 stocks that are different from the ones I gave you on Monday. And I'll talk about seasonality and give you guys a bunch of seasonality dates, right? Because every example is actually a seasonality date. And Matt will post it on YouTube as well. He just did. Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere. Let Matt do his seasonality. Seasonality is really important right now. Really important right now. Okay. All right, Matt. Do your thing. I won't interrupt you.
All right. Here we are. Oh, nope. I share my screen first. Sorry, folks. I'll start. Okay. Here we are on the long side. Profit factors are still kind of low. Financials look pretty strong this time of year. Energy actually doesn't look too bad. Not a lot of strength elsewhere. Short side still has nothing on it, so nothing changed there. Here's 10-day hold. Accuracies are starting to come up. Pretty strong consumer discretionary, financials, energy. Those last two, both on the long side and the 10-day hold or 2-week hold. Communication looks okay. Even basic materials doesn't look too shabby. But I don't like the profit factors here. Utilities, real estate, consumer staples. Those don't look too good. So other than that, they don't look terrible. Actually, pretty strong. But everything else, not great. Let me give you the numbers. There you go. All right. Here's the long side. Not bad. 338 to 70 on the long side. Short side is negligible at 15, roughly. 10-day hold. Decent showing here. 116 to 70. 289 to 60. It's like a B minus. We're to give it a letter grade. And break even or profit on average on a 2-week hold. 469 out of 550. That's a pretty strong number. So Santa Claus has in fact come to town in seasonality. I don't have any picks except for the picks that we have coming up at 1:00. So I will save those for that.
Ho, 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 Santa.
And I'll post the link. And Roger, do you have anything else?
I have so much you don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So I'm not going to do it now, but I'll save it for 1 p.m. I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you follow that link and I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. Okay. Cheers. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
You can have them, Bob. You just got to go to the 1:00. Bye, everyone. See you in 15 minutes.